Hello friends, in today's video I'll be showing you how you can make this really cool mosquito using aluminum wire. So if you would like to learn some of this wire art, watch this video. Also, before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the little bell to get notifications every time I upload videos. And without any more delay, let's get started. Okay friends, let's start by listing the materials and tools. I have aluminum wire. This is 18 gauge. 20 gauge will work as well, but in my experience I think that 18 gauge is the best one, but if you have 20 gauge, that's good too. And I'll be using two different colors, but if you only have one color, that's okay too. And tools, just regular needle nose pliers, wire cutters, a small tape measure, or a ruler if you don't have a tape measure. And this is an optional thing. This is just to help you twist the wires at the end, but it's not necessary. Also, we'll be using a couple of plastic beads. Now I'm going to be leaving links under the video description if you are looking for the best deals on where to get these kind of materials and tools. Check out the links, and if you want to support the channel, also you can purchase the materials from those links, and that'll be easier for you to figure out where you can get these materials and tools if you want to start doing this wire art. So I went ahead and pre-cut my wire just to save some time, and I'm gonna go through all of them so you know what you need. In this case, I have two wires, and these are 12 inches long. I also have 6 other wires, and these are 16 inches long, and I divided them into, for example, if you're using 2 colors, I cut 3 of the black and 3 of the silver. So whatever colors you're using, just cut half of it, like half the quantity on one color, half the quantity on the other color. And one more wire. This is 32 inches long, so this is a longer wire. So this is what we are going to be using for our mosquito. Now we're gonna start by folding our 12-inch long wires in half. Just shape them into like a U shape, like this. And we're gonna use our pliers to squeeze the ends as close as possible, like that. And this is going to be the core of our mosquito. We're gonna put them right here for now. Now we'll take our 16-inch long wires, and I'm gonna bend them into a U shape, just like that, and carefully fold them in half, like that. Now I'm gonna take my 12-inch long wires, and I'm gonna start taking one of each 16-inch wires, and just fold them in half around these 2 wires, just like that. Notice how this one goes to that side, and the one on my left goes over, and it goes to that side. We're gonna do exactly the same with all of them, so they have to look like they are placed exactly the same way. See, this one, the one on my right side, is under the one on my left, and same thing with the black one. So that's an important thing that you need to do so your mosquito looks pretty nice and tight. So I'm going to just finish putting all these wires here, one by one. There you go. I got all my six wires on 16 inches long placed. Now all I'm gonna do now is, with my pliers, take one of these ends and just fold it like that, just to make sure that they don't slip out and that we secure them. There you go. Now I'm gonna take the longer wire, the 32-inch long wire, and I'm going to place it right in front of this one. So this is important that you don't put this wire on this end. It has to go on this end, the longer wire. Just fold it and secure it there, just like that. Now I'm gonna take my project. So far that's what we have, and I'm going to just flip it like this. Now from here on, we're gonna start building our mosquito, and you can use your measure, your tape measure, just to get started. I normally go about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and I'm just gonna mark here with my thumb, just right there. That's about 2.5 inches. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm gonna take the wire on the back and I'm gonna bring it up to here to about 2.5 inches and wrap it around it just like that. And you see I went under and over. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the wire on the back on the same side. I'm gonna go over and under and over again, like that. And this process is going to just be repetitive. Now we're gonna take my other wire that is next to it, this black one, and bring it over to them, to this side, wrap it on there and over, and I'm gonna do the same. I think that step's pretty much explained, so I'm just gonna do it a little faster. And if you are still not getting it, just feel free to pause the video and practice it. So here is another one. There we go. And this is going to be the abdomen of our mosquito. So as you can see, we waved 4 wires, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we still got 3 more left over here. All right, now what we're going to do, it's we're going to push these 2 wires all the way to the front, like that. We can push these wires down just so they don't get in our way, because we're not gonna use them for now. So if you push them down, it's easier for you to work on the rest of the project. So now I'm gonna take this wire again, and I'm going to do the same thing. We're gonna bring it over and under, and we're gonna place it on this side. Same thing with this side. We'll take it, weave it around it, just like that. We take the black one too, go under and over, and we'll do the same thing here. Now we have this longer wire, and we do the same thing, but watch what I'm gonna do here. Once I went over and under and over, I'm sorry, instead of just leaving it here, I'm going to pull it back all the way to the tail. This is going to be the tail of my mosquito. So I'm gonna bring it over here, and I'm just gonna make like a loop, just like that. And it's about the size of this, the whole body that we just worked on. So once I did that, I bring it back over here, and now I secure it and go on over, under and over, like that. And this is going to work as the wing for our mosquito. Now I'm going to grab this one. This is the other longer wire. I'm gonna do the same thing, bring it over and under, and instead of just leaving it there, I'm gonna pull it back and make sure there's about the same size of your other wing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if they match, that's better, because your mosquito's gonna look exactly the same. we'll fix that later, but this is the idea. So then I just went and wrapped it around it again to secure it, and that's what we got so far. Okay, now to continue working, we're going to separate these 4 wires. Just push them to the back now so you don't get confused. 4 wires and 4 wires, and we got 3 here. Now we take this one on the very back and fold it like that and do a wrap there. And I do the same thing here. Now I'm gonna do one more. Note how I push in it back and then I bring it to the front, just to shape it into like the mosquito's neck. There you go. We got 2. Now I'm going to do the last one, which is this one. There we go. Now we have this much, and if at this point your mosquito doesn't look like this or kind of the same, maybe go back and look at it and make sure that you didn't skip any of the steps. Okay, so now what we're going to do is start building the head of the mosquito, which for that I'm going to separate these 4 wires at the front. I'm going to push 2 of them up, and I'm going to leave these 2 here. And this is going to be the antennas of our mosquito. As you can see, one of them is a little longer, so all I'm going to do is just make sure they're the same size. And these 2 are going to work as the eyes. So we're going to take one of our plastic beads and just push it through there like that. I'm going to cut the wire just to make sure I have a 1/4 of an inch. And I'm gonna fold it into like a little circle, just like that. And this is going to just keep the bead from slipping out or falling out. Then I take the other one and I do the same thing. There you go. Just leave a little bit of wire there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Shape it into a knot and push it down. Just like that. Now mosquitoes don't have really long antennas, so I'm going to just wrap one of these around them like that, around the eyeball, and just leave them like that. Okay. Now over here we're going to separate these 2 wires. Just push them back a little bit and take these 2 wires, and I'm going to pull them down just like that. And I'm going to measure about maybe 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to snip off the rest, and I'm just going to twist this with my fingers like this. Use my pliers to make sure it's tight. And that's gonna be the stinger of our mosquito, or the sucking thing, just like that. Okay friends, from here on all we gotta do is give our mosquito a shape, because mosquitoes are not just flat like that. They kind of have like a hump and then just go down. So right here and right where this part is with the back of our mosquito is, I'm going to use my fingers and just bend it like that. Like that. See, now it looks like the mosquito is like pointing down. So all we want to do is adjust the stinger just like that. So that gives the mosquito a better, more realistic look. And with my pliers, you see how this thing looks flat. I'm just going to take one of these wires and gently pull it up, kind of puffing them. So now it looks more three-dimensional, and this is really what it makes him look better. Do the same with the other side. See, now it's looking much better. And we're going to start shaping the wings, so I'm just gonna pull on them, make sure they look straight, they don't look all wonky. And I shape them with my fingers just like that. They look like bunny ears. See, they're not exactly like a loop. They have this shape. And from here on, we're just going to start building the legs of our mosquito. Now, if you don't have this tool, don't worry about it. It's not necessary. I use it because I do this a lot. So this helps a lot, but I'm gonna show you how to do it manually. You just do this, okay? You just do this and it will work too. It just takes longer time. So you just twist it all the way up to the end. But I'm gonna show you how it looks like after you do it with this little tool. So this little tool is basically like a drill, and all you do is just stick the ends in here, both of them, and you just spin it and it gets a grip on it. And all you do is twist it with your fingers. And this is so much easier for me because I do this like a lot, and then it starts hurting my hands. But also it makes it look more even. You see how this looks straight and nicely evenly. Look at this one, looks a little more wonky, but it doesn't really matter as long as you do it. So I'm gonna do the same thing with all 6 legs, and then I'll be back. Oh, and if you want to get one of these, I left a link under the video description. This is one of the things that I really love, that I find it's really useful for me. Okay, so I finished twisting all the legs. Now I'm going to make sure they're all the same size. So for this particular project, mosquitoes have super long legs in real life. So I'm gonna cut them about 3.5 inches, which is right here. And you can measure all of them if you want, just to be exact, but you don't have to. Normally I just eyeball them. So once I get these 2 down, I just put them together like this, and I just cut the other one. And once I get these 2 done, I put the ones on the other side like that and just compare them and cut them. It's easier that way. You don't have to measure each one of them. There you go. And now what we're gonna do is just shape them up. And you can go and look at mosquito photos on Google, and I just do this like out of, you know, like memory muscle. So I just bend it up, and then maybe about half from here to here, that's when I bend them down, and I bend the other one just like that, and I kind of bend the tips forward just like that. You can do this in a slower manner. I do it like this because I just have a little bit of practice, but you can slow it down and do it your way. Just making sure they all have the same shape. So from here to here, maybe about half is right here. You can also measure them too. And I bend the tips up like that. Same thing with this one. And there you go. That's our mosquito. Okay friends, that concludes our video tutorial for today. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell so you can get notifications when I upload new videos. Also, if you need materials and tools, check out the links under the description that you can get the materials that you need. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Like and share this video, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them on the comment section.